Are you all psyched for John Rambo in Mortal Kombat 11? I sure am. But that's not what this video is about, is it? No, no, far from it. Let's get going, shall we?
The apocalypse.
Greetings, comrades! This is Sergei Kilemov, and welcome to Part 3, the finale of the Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Special in HDVR. Today we're covering the machine guns, the sniper rifles, and me hitting my case, and the launchers. That was my case, yep. Oh well. Now, as I mentioned before, there are only four, well I didn't mention this, there are four light machine guns in Black Ops 1, but only one of them is in HDVR. There was another one, but it got removed, and I'm not sure it's going to be added again, the RPK. So yeah, we do have, it's a good old M60. I have two versions here. This is the classic M60, very, very bulky gun. You know, they called it the Hog, because, well, not only was it big and heavy, but it ate through ammo pretty quickly. You know, this is the iconic weapon of good old John Rambo. But I got the original M60 here, and here is the E3, which is a somewhat lighter version. You can see the handguard isn't nearly as big. It doesn't have the heat shroud over the barrel. But we do have a foregrip. And yeah, same 7.62 by 39? 7.62 by 51. I don't want to get the two confused, but anyway, time to unleash our inner John Rambo. Now, naturally he'd do it one-handed, but here, we're going to stick with realism. Now, despite the heaviness here, I can actually wield it rather well. Well, naturally, it's VR, but the heavy weight meant that the recoil is much more manageable, but of course, it means that it's not very easy to fire from the hip. You know, John Rambo made it easy, of course, but you notice if I didn't clean up the mask from last time, but whatever. That is not important. What's important is that we have an M60 to play with, which put the magazine here. So this is the original M60. Let's go and show off the E3, which, as I mentioned, is much easier to use since it's a little lighter. But you still have that same, you know, fire support capability. Especially with that foregrip. Alright, so those are the M60s. Now, the RPK isn't in the game. It was, but they removed it. I'm not sure if they're going to add it again. But it's basically just an AK-47 or AK with a longer barrel, a bigger stock, and of course, a bigger magazine. So, hopefully they'll put it back in the future. But for now, though, let's get into the sniper rifles. Which, before we get started, let me bring out something I wanted to show off for a while, which was added in the previous update, but I think it's time we finally showed it off. I finally figured out how to use this. This is the shooting hover bench. Basically, let me get this little hover platform here. Basically, this is a stability platform for sniper rifles, though you can use it with other weapons. And we're going to start with the AWM, also known as the L96 A1, which is a incorrect name for that. But yes, anyone who's played CSGO will definitely recognize this weapon here. But it also appeared in Black Ops, chambered in 338 Lapua. Comes with its own scope. of course, bolt action. We're familiar with this. But, because I suck with sniper rifles, this little bench here makes it much easier. Basically, you put the gun over the bench, put toggle object lock, and it'll lock the weapon in place. Like that. You kind of have to put a good portion of the gun over it in order for it to actually lock in place. So you can see the sniper rifle is stationary, and you see these controls here. Basically, I adjust the position of the gun. Like, I can move it sideways, I can move it up and down, and adjust the depth of the gun. And I can also adjust the angle of the gun, which is really handy if you're like target shooting, such as those targets way over there. Which, if I can look through here, yeah, if I can move it up just a little more. Takes a little getting used to it, these controls here. We're going to shoot that SOSIG right over that tree. I'm not sure if you can see it through this through the headset there, but we're going to shoot that SOSIG. So, I'm going to go up a little bit more. Okay, I went down. I want to go up. That's a little better. Move to the side. A little to the left. I think we got it. So, naturally, during Call of Duty, you're not going to be using something like this. You're actually going to be running around, quick scoping people or sitting across the other end of the map and doing it that way. But we're going to do it a little more realistic here. Gives me a chance to, show off this little hover bench, which I couldn't really show off properly when it came out, but fiddled around with it a bit, and now I'm kind of used to it. We've got the control side, the axis sensitivity, and the zero rot, which centers the weapon. But, direct hit. Now, let's see if we can hit that red target over there. Okay. A little more to the right. Teensy bit more. Ah, a little too much. It might be easier if I can look through it while doing this, but because of my headset the way it is, I have to do it this way. I think that'll do. Raise it up a bit. Too high. Still too high. Still too high. Now it's too low. Takes some getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it makes sniping so much easier. Okay. I think I'll do. Now. There you have it. Okay. So, that was the AWM. Now if we're gonna already showed off the Dragunov. A rather notorious weapon in Call of Duty. Because, well, it's notoriously bad. Like my sinuses right now. But it's another iconic weapon. And I think we're going to give it some proper justice. So, there we go. Zero rot, that centers the weapon. Make it parallel to the bench itself. What are we going to aim at now? Let's go for that plate again. I'm going to have to readjust it a bit. Move it a little more. Okay. Up just a little more. Too low. Too high, I should say. There we go. Nice. So, great to see I'm getting the hang of the bench. It makes sniping so much easier in this game. Especially considering that, well, I suck with snipers. I never use them in any FPS game. Except Borderlands, but that's another thing. Anyway, this is the WA 2000, which, I'm not sure whether they put an experimental sporting rifle as a military weapon in Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, but it is what it is. Very, interesting design for this weapon, but I think this is a more appropriate use for the WA 2000. It's not a military weapon. It's a, well, a sporting rifle. So naturally, you'd be using it for something like this, like target shooting, not, you know, hunting terrorists or whatever. But anyway, this also has a built-in bipod. I didn't notice that. But we don't need that because we got this. Okay, we're going to shoot that small target. You see that red target way over there, near the end? That's what we're aiming for. Okay. A little more. You can adjust the sensitivity, so for a little more precision. Okay. You'll hit your mark every time that way. So, those are the sniper rifles. Now, let's finish off this special with a bang. And we got two launchers. The China Lake and the RPG-7. Now, the China Lake, as you can see, is a pump-action grenade launcher. Looks like an M79 on steroids. No, it was a break action, only fired one round. But here, got 4 rounds. 3 in the tube, 1 in the chamber. And, well, it's a grenade launcher, so what do you think it's going to do? Well, you got this special iron sight here, which you can, supposedly, yes, you can adjust the elevation. So let's say you want to hit the target way over there. You know, point the, put the target right above the middle mark, and that went way off. But you can think of it as a pump-action M79. Because that's essentially what it is. And last but not least, you know, you see this weapon a lot. Movies, video games, TV shows, you name it. You've probably seen it there. I believe I saw it in a Nickelodeon show once. The RPG-7. Good old Russian rocket launcher. Natural RPG stands for Rocket Propelled Grenade. And, big rocket here. This is meant to penetrate the armor of tanks. And, you know, steel hulls and stuff. Now, how you fire this gun is interesting. Load the rocket here. Now, funny thing, this time the trigger's on the left hand, not the right hand. But you gotta prime it like that, and then you let it loose. So yeah. So that's it for the 3-part series for the Call of Duty Black Ops Special. Not sure how good Cold War is actually going to be. Like I said, I may or may not play it, but I mainly did this to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the original Black Ops. I can't believe it's been 10 years since the original Black Ops came out. How time flies. I almost feel like yesterday we were fighting each other in Nuketown and, you know, defusing bombs in Array and Summit. Such good times. Wish I could relive those again on PC, but it is what it is. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you look for the next one. And I hope you too get the opportunity to snipe in HDVR with this little hover bench. So, that's vidania.
Atoms fall apart. Solar flares arrive. Buildings collapse. Only a few will survive.